Hi, how you doing? You know, I've been spending the last, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe more, just watching AI becoming smarter and smarter and more capable. There's been so many like new releases coming out from all the foundation model providers. And I've been wondering, when's it all going to slow down? But frankly, it just hasn't. I mean, just recently we've had Opus 4.7 from Anthropic. We've had OpenAI released ChatGPT 5.5, and even we had this Mythos model from Anthropic that was apparently too dangerous to release. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. And now people are talking about artificial general intelligence, AGI. We're talking about data centers in space, and even whether we're within a singularity or not, whatever that means. But amid all this raw intelligence explosion, something even more practical and disruptive is happening. And that's the rise of AI agents. You see, people have been talking about agentic AI for a couple of years now. They're systems that don't just answer questions, but actually they do things for you. But it's mostly been in the area of software development with tools like Claude Code and Cursor and others. And I've already made some videos on that. But what changed dramatically at the end of last year was a new project that was released called Claudebot by this guy, Peter Steinberger. You might have heard of him. It was an open source, self-hosted project you could just run on your local computer. You could download it from GitHub and run it on your local computer. And it could connect to your messaging apps and actually do some useful work like clearing out your inbox. It can book appointments, it can manage your calendar, and it can do all sorts of things. So this project really exploded, and there were some problems with the name Claudebot, so Peter had to rename it Maltbot, and then he settled on OpenClaw, and it's got this kind of lobster thing going on if you've seen it. Anyway, so it kind of racked up thousands of downloads and from GitHub, and everyone gave it like 5 stars. It was quite incredible. And it's where kind of agents kind of moved out of the software development regime into something more, something you can use it for your work, in your company, actually kind of doing something useful for you rather than just chatting, basically. So why does this matter, really? Because most of us have really been using AI, apart from the software developers. We've been using AI just like a super smart, knowledgeable assistant. We ask it questions and maybe chat with it. So, that's what we call generative kind of AI, writing emails for you. We've been generating images and the like. But agents are something a bit different. They're not just an evolution of large language models. I would say they're more of a bifurcation, a fork in the road, if you like. It's almost like an entirely new branch of AI development that moves us from being more passive to the AI being more active. And some people say it has agency because it can actually start to do things on your behalf. It's not just waiting for you to prompt it, but it's actually getting involved in things. You can set up scheduled tasks that kind of start at certain times and then go and do something. So that becomes much more useful, especially outside the area of software development in the area of actually kind of doing work. Some people say it's like a shift from AI that talks to more AI that actually works and does work. It's a difference between asking Claude to write an email that you can send, and instead you're having the agent that reads your inbox, actually drafts replies and sends them and checks your calendar all at the same time. Now, nowhere is this shift going to be more visible and more disruptive than inside companies. This is where the rubber truly meets the road for AI, in my opinion. Because for decades, companies have run on layers of people doing repetitive, rule-based, often boring tasks. And now AI is going to start to do those tasks. And AI agents really flip this model. Instead of hiring more people to handle your growing volume, companies can now deploy agents that work 24/7. They never get tired. They never take holidays. They never get sick. Early results are quite dramatic, actually. I mean, I've heard of customer support teams that once needed hundreds of people are shrinking fast, and they're using AI agents to respond to queries, to answer the phone. I've heard of HR departments using agents for screening their CVs that come in, scheduling interviews, doing onboarding and performance tracking. And I've even heard of AI agents actually doing the first round of interviews. You can think of finance and operation teams running agents to reconcile accounts, chase payments, and optimize supply chains and do all sorts of things, really. Probably almost no departments are unaffected by this. Gartner predicts that by the end of 2026, this year, 40% of enterprise applications will have embedded task-specific AI agents, and that's up from 5% last year. So it's all growing very, very fast. I mean, basically, the companies can dramatically scale the output they get without growing their headcount, maybe even reducing headcount. And this is the real economic impact of agentic AI. It's not abstract intelligence, it's actually a new form of digital labor that works alongside humans. Of course, this raises important questions because which roles will shrink? Which new roles will appear? You can imagine agent orchestrators, workflow designers, or AI strategists. I wonder how fast can companies and people adapt to this? The winners won't necessarily be the companies with the smartest models. No, they'll be the ones that best integrate agents into their operations while at the same time reskilling their teams to focus on strategy, creativity, judgment, and human relationships. These are the things that still agents can't do well. So the rise of agents isn't just another AI trend. It's a fundamental change in how we work and how we do business. We move from AI that helps us think to AI that helps us do. Because of this, I've decided to make a few videos on this subject focused on AI agents and what they can do. And I hope you find those interesting. So thanks for now for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.